Even amongst other riders, eventers are considered crazy people. So I found this really funny video from Gabriella Rudder. Sorry, I probably butchered your last name, but it was a really, really funny video of cross country jumps that she wouldn't jump. So I wanted to give her kind of a response video, hopefully in good fun, that not only explains maybe some of the cross country jumps, but also has like a demonstration of what it looks like to actually jump these jumps. So bring on the crazy.
More cross-country jumps I would and wouldn't jump as a show jumper.
Starting chill, not too bad, right? But wait, boom, it has a ditch. I don't even know which way you jump it, but it doesn't matter because I wouldn't. An unmovable log with a ditch underneath going uphill? Nope.
So that's called a tricaner. So tricaners are jumps that have a ditch under or in front of them, and basically you jump the ditch. The ditch is in front of the jump. Like, the ditch is never going to be on the back side of the jump. It's always going to be on the front side, which basically means, from even a show jumping perspective, that your ground line, like your ground line is pulled out a little bit. So there's a gap between where you take off and where you jump from. So I'm refining the commentary on this. Totally refreshing. So I know maybe it seems like jumping uphill is hard, but actually there are some aspects of jumping uphill that actually make it easier, because you don't have to spend so much energy controlling what the horse is doing, because you're jumping uphill. So there is a max capacity, like you're not going to be able to like run at it, and so it actually is a little easier. But again, that's a tricaner as well, because it's, you know, the log with the ditch underneath it. But I should also mention they're all unmovable.
Now we're talking 30 centimeter log? Yeah.
That's like literally just a big pole.
In the last video, you guys said, oh, it's not that bad. You jumped that diagonally. How is this not that bad?
So that's actually called a corner. I mean, obviously from what it looks like, that's what you call it. There is one thing that it is a lot scarier looking than it is to jump. So what you do is, when you're facing at a corner, you take the front corner of, so there's 3 corners, right? So there's the one closest to you, the one over here, and then the one in the back. What you do is you take an imaginary line in your brain and you draw it out in the front, and you basically pretend like it's a box. So you jump it in the center the same way you jump anything else, and it kind of looks like it's on an angle. But when you're approaching it, you really approach it in the middle, and you pretend as if that there's an invisible line that comes out. Now that I'm explaining it, I could see how somebody would probably be like, yeah, F that. But it's not that hard, I swear.
Okay, this is not that intimidating. Except it's a double. A diagonal double. That's 10A, over there 10B. How many strides? Doesn't matter, because I'm not jumping that.
So the angles also, like, again, they look crazier than they ride. As soon as your horse learns to jump the line, then you're just going to point and shoot. And of course, some horses don't even want to do that anyway. So it really does depend on whether or not the horse wants to jump with you. But when it comes to jumping angles, it actually is, again, straightforward. All you have to do is pick your line and ride it, and you ride it as if you're riding a straight fence.
Look at this cute oxer up the hill. I would jump this one.
And the open oxers, ironically, that's the one you want to jump, but open oxers on cross country are kind of notoriously crazy because since they have so many holes in them, they get a little looky because the horses see in between the poles. But that's so funny that that's the one you want to jump.
Log that doesn't move, which is 8A. I think that 8 is backwards also. Kentucky Horse Park, just so you know. B is a ditch, which I think is not finished, but still scary. And then diagonal to C, which is this brush thing, which makes it look way bigger, and my horses would not understand the brush through it type thing. So we'll just stick to snacking on it.
So this actually is called a coffin, which, for the record, obviously could use some marketing in terms of the name revamp there. But essentially, they're not as hard as they look, although I did have one coach one time that was like, basically you jump in, deal with the chaos, and get the heck out of there. And so when it comes to coffins, even the coffin I'm going to show you, my horse is not crazy about ditches either. So the coffin I'm going to show you is, you know, not necessarily like the best version of how to jump it or the smoothest version, but you just jump it and you get the heck out of there. In terms of the brush though, not all horses know to go through it. Some of them will just jump over it. So you're in stadium, you guys actually jump higher than we do. So your horse will clear it, no problem.
I'm 99% certain this isn't a jump, but I jump it.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So that's not a jump for sure. And also it's really funny that that's what you would jump, because arguably that would be more dangerous than any of the other things that you didn't want to jump in this video, because it doesn't have a ground line. If your horse knocked it or whatever, it would have a chance of like hurting your horse. So that's really funny.
If you thought those other logs were big, what about this one? You don't understand the size of this thing. It's my height. There's a ditch, that's why you can't tell. And Rocky did not approve. Oh, but wait, if that wasn't scary enough, here you have 2 logs side by side. Okay, I'm done. I'm sticking to show jumping. Clearly.
I love this video. This is so funny, and this is a much needed laugh that I needed today. And obviously when they get to this level, they already know how to read ground lines. Like, when it comes to show jumping, you're not supposed to jump flat, right? Well, when it comes to cross country, it's not that you want the horse to jump flat. That's not actually the goal. However, when it comes to bigger, wider, you allow the horse to jump like a bit flatter. Flatter's the wrong word, but a bit more across it instead of up and over. So in terms of the ground line, when they pull the ground line out, it's just kind of a different strategy for jumping, and we actually do teach our horses how to do that. Some are more naturally better at it than others, but thank you. This was a much needed laugh, and now I'm actually going to include a bunch of videos of me jumping things that you didn't even have in this video that you probably wouldn't want to jump either. So this was fun, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go! Hey! Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?